All right, so today we are here at the Israel Temple of Israel Cemetery with my new friend, Susan Cast. And I'm here today to clean her parents' headstone. I like how your father's name is Irving. My last name, my maiden name is Irving. So that's interesting as well. So Irving, I see you were born November 2nd, 1911. You transitioned over on December the 8th, 1987. And Leonora, you were born April 10th, 1914. And you transitioned over December 16th, 2001. So it looks like both of you had pretty good long lives for this time. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started on cleaning your headstone. It is a beautiful headstone. I was just explaining here to Susan. Do you go by Susan?
Susie.
Susie. I was just explaining to Susie how this really is a beautiful headstone.
Her letters are more white than his, and I like his better, you know?
Oh yeah, so we'll see. This is what they're all totally different, yeah. We'll see what the lettering brings out. There's been some headstones I've cleaned and I'm like, they're just so dirty, you know? And really that's the 3D, like they put behind like the coloring of the letters. So we'll see.
Yeah.
That's why I have, I used the two different fingernail brushes.
Oh, okay.
The different sizes. And so we'll see how all that goes.
I'll tell you, theirs doesn't look bad compared to everybody else's here.
No, it doesn't. And that is this, I don't know what you call this, slate?
Granite? I don't know.
My other favorite type of headstones is the ones that are for like veterans of the war from the 1800s. They're just like at Arlington National Cemetery. They're just so simple and so easy.
But that doesn't hurt scratching them?
Nope. When you think about it, let me give you an example. So several years ago at our house, we got granite countertops put in. And so one day I was cooking dinner and my husband happened to come in and I took out a thing from the oven, casserole, and I put it onto the granite. He said, "Oh my God," like he about jumped across the floor. "What are you doing? You can't do, oh my God, you're gonna," I said, "It's stone, like it's meant to be heat resistant, you know. You should not burn granite, you know, with a hot pot. You should not scratch it with a pad. But these pads and everything I use, they're all, like this is so, it's soft actually."
But how that leaf just fell on the top.
So hey there. No, there was only one time we had a disaster with it was a tomb, a big one. And I'd found a new cleaner and my daughter and I started cleaning it and the whole thing looked like rust had just fallen down on it. God, we could get arrested for this. You know, like we just totally destroyed this tombstone. I went back every day for a week straight and got it right again. So I don't use crazy cleaners anymore. And really when you think of it, it's the Dawn that's really the big thing in here. Dawn, as I'm sure you know, is what they use on wildlife.
I didn't know.
Animals, like they have oil and stuff on them. And it's safe for animals. So they're safe for animals. It should be safe for everything.
It's turning out to be a glorious day, isn't it?
I know, it was so cold this morning.
Yeah.
I started going through my hats and gloves box, my scarves. Last year at this time, well, in December, last year, before Wreaths Across America, I was on a mission to clean as many veteran headstones as I could before the Wreaths Across America. It was freezing. So cold. Like my fingers felt like they were going to break off. My body, like I was like cleaning like this, you know?
In Washington, D.C.?
No, this was here.
Oh.
Yeah, last year at Oviedo Cemetery. It was like the second week of December. And it was just freezing. I think it was in the 30s.
Wow.
But I was there with my hat, glove, scarf, and on a mission.
Do you go every year? Do you go there every year?
To Oviedo Cemetery?
Yeah.
I go every week.
For the,
Every year? Well, this was my second year
oh.
to go. I don't think I really knew about it before. But yeah, definitely like, and I was sick this year for it, but I still went. Not COVID sick, just sick. And they're like, oh, can you help out? No,
Oh my God.
I'm just here to sit down. I just didn't want to miss it, you know? My husband drove me.
Wow.
Okay, so one thing when cleaning headstones is you don't want to let, once you've started cleaning it, the soap should stay on there for too long.
No, you got something on your forehead. I think it's soap.
Soap, dirt, grime, spirit. Last week when I was cleaning a headstone, I was like, I see it. I see it. It's in my hair. I just don't have time to get it out yet. And it was like 3 leaves.
Look at the difference. Oh my God.
A lot of times when I'm cleaning, so I do like this, the initial scrub, rinse, and then I'll go back and I'll say, oh, okay, we need to get more here. Or
Looks
more
so much
here.
better already. Everybody's gonna be jealous here.
Yes, who's that? Who did that clean headstone? Okay.
How long do you think it takes to get that filter on there?
I don't know. All I can tell you is that because I've been cleaning headstones for 3 years at the Oviedo Cemetery, I've just now begun to come back around and start those ones I started 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So they last a good. That's a spider in here.
There's a spider?
Not anymore.
Jeez.
They're always in here. It's like this is the perfect spot for spiders.
I didn't even see it.
It was in a web, like a cocoon. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Sorry. I'm not here to kill anybody.
Yeah. This was so easy.
I mean, you know, when I first started, I'm sure, I don't remember, but I'm sure I didn't really know what the heck I was doing. And I still can't say I know what I'm doing. It's just over time, I learn which brushes work and which ones don't work. So you see the big brush was good up here for the big letters.
Okay.
And now the small brush is good.
I hope that one is
What do these Hebrew words say here?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know
I
either.
have no idea.
They say shalom.
Yeah.
When I used to work with a bunch of Muslim people, you know, they'd always come in and be like, salam alaikum, salam alaikum. You know, I'm like, I don't know what that means. But then I go, salam alaikum. And they're like, ah!
Yeah.
Like they're laughing at me. I'm like, what? Salam alaikum. Just trying to be a part.
Exactly.
This is a beautiful headstone. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
I think I want to change my mind and tell them to get warm like this, you know?
I love everything about the front, but this right here, this right here, I love the smoothness of it. Again, if you look at that one with all the rock,
Yeah.
it's just harder to clean. And to be honest with you, I really am a rarity. There's not a lot of people that just go around cleaning
I
things
know.
and not getting paid for it, you know?
You're
Like,
mental.
I mean,
You're mental case.
so I mean, you want to make sure that you get a headstone. That, you know, I had a couple weeks ago. I was cleaning with the Oviedo. That's where I always clean. And this guy lived in a house, like right by that shed, that thing. And I'm cleaning right here, you know. And he comes over and he goes, "I see you here all the time." And he said, "Are you cleaning your relatives' headstones?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Oh, so it's like one of your friends?" And I said, "No." He goes, "Oh, so is this your job?" And I go, "No." And he's like, "So then what are you doing here?" I said, "I'm cleaning headstones." And he goes, "Yeah, but why? If you're not getting paid and you don't know who they are, why are you doing it?" And I said, "Because I'm driven to." He came back out like 5 minutes later and he, very nicely, it wasn't rude at all, but he threw over to me a $5 bill.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I'd never been offered money before to clean a headstone. And so he's like, "No, I want you to have this." I said, "Okay, but no, I don't need it." And he's like, "Nope, I'm done, I'm gone. You need to keep it." And you could tell he was kind of poor. And I just thought, well, oh, he said, my great-grandparents are buried in here. He goes, "I think they're way over there. I don't know. I think they need to be cleaned. I don't know." I said, "What are their names? I'll clean them." So he gave me their names, and I went over later that day to that spot where he said. I was like, "They're not buried here, you know?" And then one day I was walking across the cemetery. They were like on the total other side of the cemetery. So clearly he hadn't been there in a long time.
Yeah.
But I cleaned them. And it's not like I'm gonna go knock on his door and tell him you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just felt good.
You're a
To do
different
it.
kind of person, honey. I'm not just flattering you. I mean, it's a different treat, you know?
When I tell my family, and I mean my parents as well as my husband and daughters, yes, I am an earth angel. They go, "Okay, all right, that's enough now. You know, stop. Here, look. Do you know earth angels are usually the most miserable people in life because they have so many jobs to do for God
Yeah.
and nobody understands, and so it gets to be too much." Anyway, they just laugh. They're like, "All right, Mom."
You have got to send me this video in a way that I can share it with friends, because if I tell them, nobody in the world knows.
I mean, I'll send it to, well, there's many ways because I upload them also to YouTube. So I can copy the link from YouTube to you. I can, you know, it's probably going to be the easiest way whenever you send a video.
And then I want to say,
Whatever I need to do,
Yeah.
you got it.
nobody in their right mind would ever believe me. And Natalie, it was so freaky how we feel. Well, for you it's not strange, but for me it's unusual, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I get that. All the time, actually. And I always tell my mom, you know, that's where I get it from you.
Oh, really?
Because I said we both like to go out, and when we're grocery shopping or whatever, you know, we're like, "I like your shoes, you know, I like your boots." And like, we're like really nice to people.
Oh, I'm like that too.
And I said, so that's, I mean, earth angels aren't people on earth who are like, you know, normal people. Normal people. So watch how nicely this comes off right here. I want you to see.
Yeah.
This is just a regular kitchen brush. See?
This should really be coming around here and doing this for people, you know, the owners of the.
Yeah, I met last year at the cemetery in Oviedo. The mayor was there,
Oh,
and I was introduced to her. And they said, "Oh, Natalie cleans the headstones here." Blah blah blah. She was like, "Oh, well, we're trying to get a gathering together of teens to come out here and help clean up the cemetery." I'm like, "No, you don't need that. I'm here. I'm not even charging you.
yeah.
You know, like, what are you doing?" Anytime I'd be cleaning at the cemetery and like kids from across at Oviedo High would be skipping school that day, you know, always come to the cemetery.
Yes.
Come on, wouldn't you do that too? And so I'd be like, "Hey guys, you want me to show you something really cool? Come here." And I'd show them like big standing tombs that used to have clear glass hearts on them, so you could look in and be like, "Yep, he's dead." You know?
Really?
But then at whatever point in time, they said, "We can't do this anymore. Nobody should be seeing
Yeah.
a body like that." So they painted over.
I hope the letters come out good, honey.
And after this, I'll look at it.
I like the way they did the daddies better.
Put more water. Okay. This side here. And then I'll go back with the fingernail brush or you can see what's in there.
What a difference.
It's interesting because I believe that everybody in life is paired with, introduced to others for a reason.
Well, I guess you weren't surprised when I contacted you because it happens to you all the time.
Well, to be honest, no, it doesn't. Not for cleaning the headstones. Usually when that happens to me, it's been someone who sees me at the cemetery, you know, and approaches me and asks, you know. But no, I was like, how can I say no? You know, I was like, how could I say no? I am going
Well, it's
to clean Susie's parents.
It's pretty simple. It's N-O.
No, not when it comes to spirit, ever. I will just always follow my heart. So see, here's what I'm explaining. See like this whiteness here? Let's
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
And yet the rest of it is all gray. So that could be like elements like clay.
Yeah.
I'll never get a chisel out here and start doing things like I'm not gonna deface these headstones. But I will try.
Yeah, he's got some of the Hebrew letters down there too.
Yeah, so your moms look definitely, they're all white. That's or cream.
I wonder how I tell them online I want it to be like daddy's. You know? How do you get that across?
Well, after we clean this and we get the picture,
Yeah,
you send them the picture. You say, I want.
the letters do it like that.
And yet, maybe by this way, it kind of keeps them separate. So
Yeah.
you can read them individually and it doesn't run in like a big long.
Well, the guy that did the engraving was probably a different company, you know? Yeah. Are you getting tired yet?
You know, the only time I get tired is about 9:30 p.m. each night. I'm like a greyhound. You open up those gates in the morning when I wake up, and I'm off to run.
See, I used to be like that, but once I turned...
Well, yeah, I mean, that's totally... I come from 5 brothers and sisters. My mom used to be just like that, too. And like, she's your age,
Oh, okay.
my mom, and she's like, I just can't do it anymore.
She's what?
She's like, I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like anything. All right, let me go get this extra water here, and then when I come back, the water. Oh my gosh, yes, I already said to Irving and Leonora, did I? No.
What?
Did I thank them for letting me clean their headstone, or did I get carried away?
No.
So Irving and Leonora, I did read your dates of birth, but thank you for sharing in this moment with me, with your daughter, as I clean your headstone. I'll be right back with some water.
Yeah, you don't come in now.
It'll come.
Okay. While Natalie is gone, I just have to add for this video, it's absolutely amazing the way I met her, and this experience is amazing to me. Just truly amazing. She's a very special person, and she will not even know I said these words until she plays back the video, which is my plan. There are amazing people in this world, and this gal is one of them for sure. Right. Bit of a journey back there, huh?
Got my Fitbit on. Hitting my steps.
I think that's the one I ordered for myself, Natalie, a single like that.
Like this one?
No, that one back there.
Schwartz?
I've got to check.
Schwartz?
Yeah.
Yeah, just say you want the smooth sides all around.
Okay.
They're pretty like this.
No, I don't like it.
Nightmare to be
It
clean.
looks too rough.
Leonora and Irving. We're on our way here. Looking good. I want to let you know, Leonora and Irving, I don't even think I need to let you know that Susie is here. They call you Susie?
Yeah.
And Susie and I met by chance via Headstone information. So if you have anything you'd like to share today with Susie, we are here, and we should hear you. Apples? For your dad. Apple cobbler? I don't know. some sort of a minor accident. Yeah. With you? I don't know. I'm just seeing some sort of a minor accident. I don't know if it was he helped you, or it was you, or it was him, or I just hear and I see a minor accident. I'm seeing hay, almost like cows or something. And was there anything with Germany? Visiting?
My brother went to school in Switzerland. He had learned German.
Your brother went to school in Germany?
In Switzerland. He
In
had
Switzerland,
learned
okay.
German.
He's showing me a flag. I don't know what this flag is. I've never seen it. I don't know. I guess like a country or something. There's 3 colors to it. They actually, to me, look like Italian colors. Red and the green and the white.
Is he really talking to you?
Your mom is showing me baked apple pie or something. She says she didn't have time.
She didn't know.
She didn't have time for all of that. She's talking about food, cooking, or something. Yes, they are really talking right now. But again, it's not talking. I don't hear through this ear. He's showing me, your dad, right now, a ladder. It almost looks like my brothers had a bunk bed when they were growing up and it had a ladder. So it looks like a ladder like that, not like a yard ladder. Bowling ball.
My kid brother bowled.
Hmm?
My kid brother bowled.
Bowling ball. The apple's coming up again. I don't know if that's apple pie or apple cobbler or just apples.
Is that for Mom?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Leonora, there is something more you were trying to say to me and I can't hear it. You have to repeat yourself, please. Racquetball? I don't know about that. It doesn't sound right to me, but then again, it's not about me. Racquetball, it's not racquetball. That ribbon? Okay, your mom's showing me now a vision of a baby. I don't know if it's you or who it is, swaddled up in a blanket like babies are. Pink.
She
Is the
always
color of the blanket.
She always wanted a baby girl. She prayed for a girl and she got me. She always used to say that.
That what?
She always used to say that she prayed for a girl. And when I was born, she had pink.
So there she is showing me this, and she is showing me again charades. Showing me swaddling a baby is signifying peace, love.
I love you.
Saying I love you, always have, always will.
I love you too, Mama.
She says that you've been doing something for her recently to maybe honor her, I don't know. Something in your house. And she's continuing to show me holding the baby with the pink blanket. Thank you, thank you. So something that you've been doing to honor your mom. She says she's aware of, and she thanks you for that.
You're welcome, Mama.
Your dad is showing me something I believe is out of character right now. I never knew your parents, but I couldn't see him on a motorcycle, but he's showing me a motorcycle.
Thank you, brother.
Okay.
Got to that.
So that's interesting. And let me see here. See it? Irving. Is George with you? Can you tell me who George is? Is George with you? Irving and Leonora. Okay. He's showing me right now. Your dad and your George are on top of a mountain together, smiling, happy, and well, that motorcycle was there too. But your mom said she stayed home to cook.
Yeah.
He shows me where George is everywhere.
Is he a good person? Nobody's in heaven.
No doubt. Absolutely. There's no way not to be. He says your brother. Not to worry. He has made his amends. And it was harder than school, he said. He made his amends in heaven.
Are you sure he said that?
I don't even know. Yeah. Why?
What did he just say? He said it's me.
It was harder to make his amends in heaven than it was on earth.
In school?
In school.
Because he went to school.
Harder to make amends, yeah, like in life, in school. And he's up there on that mountain. They're both smiling. Okay, so he's saying right now, ask me. He's telling you to ask him.
Daddy, is he in a better place now? Is he going to be kind to me when I get there?
He already is, he says. He'll take care of it.
You
And
always
he
have.
won't need to.
Oh my gosh. I love you, Papa. You always protect me.
This may sound cliche, but it is coming through. Was there when you were a younger girl, a special jewelry box or something that your dad gave you with, you know, the spinning ballerina?
I think so. I'm not sure.
He's saying there are still jewels left to be found in life. And showing me that box, jewelry box, I don't know. I know Spirit really likes to let us know about things like trinkets and treasures and jewelry and anything that was of any sort of emotional value in life. Sometimes in life things get lost, misplaced, stolen. And so he's bringing that up right now, the jewelry box, and something is, you're going to find something. It's not a promise, it's not a, he wants you to be more aware of something. You may go home 3 weeks from now, you might be putting on your earrings and something falls from your drawer and it happens to be an old bracelet, you know, that you haven't seen in forever. I don't know. But when Spirit brings that up, it is for a reason. And Spirit does like for us to be on a treasure hunt in life. Always. Treasure hunt, looking for things. You know what? Right here,
Yeah.
this is the color of the marble.
Okay.
It's white. See?
Natalie, I can't believe how successful this was. Are they still talking now?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how you
Now he's saying your dad is saying pizza. Spirit likes to bring up food a lot because food is a time for all of us when we're living to get together and to communicate, and so food to Spirit is very important.
Right.
So he's saying pizza.
You want pizza, Dad?
Or he's letting you know that he remembers having pizza with you and it was nice.
In those days, I don't think we had that much pizza.
A local restaurant somewhere or something, a little tiny place or special. When we leave here today, I'm not connected. I was connected before he came to your parents. I saw their pictures on Find a Grave. That connects me right there. So I will continue to be connected with your parents after we leave here. And anytime you're having feelings or thoughts, a lot of times they will be generated through your parents, through me, and I'll let you know. Spirit never just comes through once. Spirit's always available. There is no, they're listening to me now. There is no time in that universe.
I need you to talk to me, Dad. Mom and Dad, do you remember the time we went to the beach and the seagull pooped on us? Or on one of us? And there was a time when I took Mama to the beach and I could feel your presence very strongly, Dad, over the ocean.
Your dad was not in the military at all.
No. He fell and broke his leg and they wouldn't take him.
Well, that was his fate, and that was good. My dad didn't get into the armed services because he had asthma. It's back in the 50s, you know.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm good with that.
He was carrying my kid around and my older brother down the stairs and he fell.
Well, I think I like to come back at least every year, even though I said some of my time every year. But I see the things. So I am going to put your parents on my calendar for, this time next year. And I can, depending on how life is and all of that, I'll pick you up again and I'll bring you up here.
Oh, wonderful.
And
I'm just wondering how you're going to get me out of this chair.
I got you. When you're ready, I'll get you. But yeah, this is a beautiful headstone.
It really is. And what a job.
And these things, I started to kind of pick right here, like
Yeah.
you can see, it almost does start to come out, but this is not weathering right here.
Okay.
It's almost like cement.
Oh, Natalie, when you get me here, I have to
You want me to get you up right now?
put my rocks on there. Because in the Jewish religion, you don't put flowers, you put rocks to show you where they are.
Right.
Or a pair of pebbles.
I knew that, but I haven't had to do that. And to be honest, 600 headstones now that I've played. This might be my first Jewish one.
Oh, wow.
And if I have played a Jewish one before, I didn't know.
Oh, you got it.
Sometimes you can't tell just by the name.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's even more special.
We got to take a picture of it.
I'm gonna get a picture of you up here.
That may be tricky. Getting me to stand up.
He's saying right now, bon voyage.
My
So,
dad?
Yeah.
Till next year, Dad. He really said
Did he like to speak another language at times, or pretend like he did, or?
Yiddish. Yes. He was raised very Orthodox. Mama was born in Brooklyn.
Because I hear a language that I'm not familiar with. And,
Yiddish.
but it's whatever it is he's saying, it's in a good jest. Good energy.
He had a cute sense of humor. His mama's side.
And a pen, too. A pen. He's showing me a very special pen. Something he used to work with, perhaps. And your mom is showing me gingham. Is gingham the right word? I think that's what it is. Like red and white plaid. But it's not red and white. It's something else. Plaid. maybe a tablecloth or a throw blanket.
This is so exciting.
Again, because spirit has no time. Like if you think about me, I speak to spirit. I could sit here all day and talk to spirit, and that's what I do. Yeah, every day I'm talking to everybody in spirit, and people, oh, what'd you do today? I was like, I hung out with spirit. You know, like we just hung out. There is no time. Spirit is always available. Always available.
Yeah, I can put that whenever.
I'm not going to say very easily, but it is definitely doable. And it really all starts with you. And it starts with you being relaxed and understanding that if you're like, hey daddy, how's it going? And all of a sudden you're like, green grass, trees. You kind of know that's what you're seeing. It's not from your dad. You know what I mean? But then if you, hey dad, how's it going? And you hear like military truck, you know, or something like out of the blue, you're like, okay, that's,
He's getting in touch with me.
yeah, anything, you know. Anytime you hear a music or a song or a moment that you're in that reminds you of your parents or anybody that you loved in life, know that they are there with you at that moment. That is their way of giving you these memories and letting you know that we are here embracing these moments with you. I tell my mom all the time, I'm so happy that I have told her everything about spirit and me. Because then when she dies, I know for sure we'll be connected, you know, like she will be able to get through, you know. And yet my neighbor, my best friend who died, she very seldom comes through. You know, I'm like, she was the one who we used to sit there, we had a pack. When we die, you know, like we had a pack and everything, and then she dies, and I'm like, hello, where are you, Deb? Deb. She comes through always through animals. I knew her with hawks and owls. And so when I hear the owls in my backyard, which is not all the time, that's her. And we know she's visiting. So it's just it's being aware.
Yeah.
Being aware. If you see a car driving down the road like your dad used to drive, or something, you know. That's your dad with you right there. If you see, I'm just giving examples, you know. If you walk into a restaurant and they're playing an old Elvis song, and it reminds you of your dad, that's your dad right there. If you bend down to pick up a penny and there's actually 8 pennies, you know, like that's your dad right there. Like anytime you think of your dad or your mom or anyone you love, they are there.
The stuff he said, Matt, he'll take care of it. He was so protective of me, more than the boys, you know.
Yeah, daddy's girl.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, and he will.
I know that came from him.
He will keep you protected, and your mom is still, she's the caretaker.
Yeah.
And that's what we are in life is what we become in heaven most of the time, but then we're also able to branch out and do, you know, a lot of times I'll see spirit, if they're 60 years old when they die, you know, I'll see them when they're 6 years old.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that they've gone back to being 6 years old, because then the next second I'll see them and they're 50, right? There's no time. Oh my gosh, I already know that they are. I will ask though. I know because of what they've shown me today. Irving and Leonora, we are getting ready to head out in just a few moments, and Susie is really just wanting to know before we leave today, are you happy where you are, and are you together, and are you happy together? Now they're showing me right away, I can't say this is a wedding, because it's not a wedding, but maybe it's a Jewish wedding, I don't know. Dancing up in the air, you know, like, maybe a chair even.
Oh, that's the symbol of a religious wedding.
Yeah. He's holding her in the chair.
Yeah, that's par for the course.
She's got on a flag with an apron, like pockets in it. There is money coming out of it. So, I don't know much about Jewish weddings, but I do remember hearing about money. Switzerland is coming up again right now.
Are you serious?
Showing me snow top, mountain tops, snow. Maybe even, okay, this might be my light, I don't know. So I'll just say it anyway, the sound of music. I think they were in Switzerland. She's sitting on his lap now and looking at me like,
Yeah.
like
so
shy.
Sweet. So sweet, yeah.
Just like, oh, this is silly.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on his lap. He's very handsome.
She's saying that?
No, I'm seeing it.
Yeah. She was gorgeous.
Does she have, is it reddish auburn hair?
She did it one time. She was like you.
Almost like Lucille Ball.
She did dye it, but no.
Oh,
Yes, very
Curled up.
long braid. Yes,
Yeah.
gorgeous. Yes, that's true.
curled up. That apron. That apron's very important to her. Which would be to me as well, you know? Because I mean, I wear my apron all the time. So apron, also like charades, signifies just comfort, home, stable.
Thank God.
And then the rest of this, as you see, that's just the coloring of.
Oh, okay. What a gorgeous jewel you did. Oh, don't take the thread.
No, I was just taking that one. It was like up here.
Oh, okay. No, is the video still?
I don't even know. Sometimes it stops after so long. Ah, it's still going. I was going. So what I'm gonna have to do, it's a very long video. I'm probably gonna have to send to your messenger. It won't go through to your email for sure.
Okay.
It's too long.
Okay.
I'll have to send you the link to my YouTube. And then all you do is click.
But how do I get it?
And then if you want to share that video, after you get to that video on YouTube, I'll show you in the car.
Okay.
You just click on the one button, share,
Oh, okay.
and then how do you want to share it? You want to do the link? Do you want to, whatever.
Can you get me up now?
I'm gonna get you up. You ready?
I'll tell you, this was more successful than I ever imagined.
Well, I think it's a beautiful moment. I think too many people don't see cemeteries as beautiful moments. We see cemeteries as death, and we as people fear death.
You change that for me
And
now.
so when we start to look, I mean, I remember actually when I was like 8, 9 years old, I used to go through cemeteries in my parents' house growing up. I just feel like, I mean, I wasn't afraid, I wasn't doing anything, I was
That's very unusual.
just going through cemeteries. Peace. I think I was born at peace with death.
Yeah.
And while I can deal very well with death, with life, it's very hard for me to deal with death when it hits home.
Really?
My cat
Yeah.
dying last week.
Oh, honey. Wait. How are you going to do this? This is going to be
You want me to
really
do both
hard.
your hands?
I don't know how you're going to get me up. Can you push? Oh, wait a minute, honey.
Slowly. I got you.
I don't think you can. Wait. Are you sure you can?
Yeah. I just pulled my husband up the other day. That wasn't fun, but I did it.
Are you going to get me out of here?
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Slowly. Just slowly.
I can't do it, Natalie.
You got it. You got it.
I can't.
Just let the chair go. Let the chair go.
Natalie.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see.
Once we do this again, if you start to come forward, if the chair comes with you, just let the chair go with you.
Wait, I think you need to hold me by the shoulders or something. Is that gonna work? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I can't get up, honey.
Okay, the chair's just stuck.
Okay,
Okay, we're almost there.
I'm gonna get on the ground. Wait, I'll get on
Okay.
there. I knew this was gonna be.
I'm telling you, look, my mom, same thing right now. You want to get on the ground first?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just stay right here until. Darn chair. Okay, I still got you. So if you're scooting off of the chair, I'm holding you right here.
Okay. Can you pull me up?
Yep, I was just trying to get the chair back there.
I think it's too hard for you.
No, I'm just thinking of the chair. I mean, you know, but
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying. I can't move.
okay, hold on. Have no fear. Look,
I knew this was.
Irving and Leonora, help us out here a little bit.
Wait, let me try to. I hope I don't hurt my knees. Oh, this is terrible.
I'm trying to think of
Let me get my jacket off.
chat to Headstone and we could just.
Yeah. Yeah.
Want to try that?
Can you my jacket?
Yep.
I'll be out here for the rest of my life.
No, this is my parents at the beach this past summer, and my mom said, "Don't bring those beach chairs."
Yeah, this is bad.
I can't get up out of them. Do you want to try to scoot around in here? And you think that would help? I don't know.
Yeah. I just don't know how the hell I'm gonna get out of here. Out of the chair even.
We're stuck here forever and ever.
Unless you can dump me over. I don't know.
You want me to try to scoot? Let's see.
This is terrible. This chair.
Okay, so I got the. Okay, so now you keep scooting forward. I'm holding onto the back of the chair,
Okay.
and if you can just scoot down onto the ground, yeah.
Okay. Can you push me now?
Actually, stand up.
Okay. Wait.
Oh, you're stuck on the chair.
Okay. Go. Try.
Woo!
My legs are weak. Okay. We almost had it. Wait here.
You want to go to the ground first?
I don't know if I can without hurting myself. Oh crap. Oh God. We need
Trust
a man.
me. I'm going to be having the same situation myself in a few years.
We need a man. Oh God.
Okay, while we're taking a breath, I'll tell you a funny story. I used to be a home health aide,
Then you should be doing that.
and I was never trained.
Oh God.
And one day they had me go pick up this lady in another state, bring her back, and I had to spend the night in a motel with her so that she could get Medicaid assistance. She had to come from one state to another. Sign her name on a motel facility. Was not trained at all.
Oh, God.
This lady came with nothing. No clothes, just what she was wearing. She smoked like a fiend. Like
I think I'm ready now, honey.
Wait.